Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're making vegetarian stuffed peppers. I'm so excited. This is one of my goddaughter's favorite dishes, hence the godmother shirt, because I am godmother of the year. So we're gonna make this delicious dish in honor of her. So let's get started. My stuffed bell peppers always have a little bit of a taco twist. So we're definitely using some taco seasoning, 2 tablespoons. We're gonna use 1.5 cups of white rice. We're going to put all of our mix in 3 large-sized bell peppers. I've got, to stick with the vegetarian, I've got 2.5 cups of vegetarian broth. I've got half an onion, a sweet onion, and half of a green bell pepper diced, as well as a tablespoon of garlic. I've got a bunch of green onions, 1 can of corn and bell pepper mix, 1 can of black beans, 1 can of petite diced tomatoes, and also 1 red bell pepper that's just minced for the mixture inside of the bell peppers. So let's go throw it in the pan so that we can stick everything in the oven. So the first thing you want to do is stir in the rice, the diced bell peppers, all of your onions and tomatoes, the garlic, the bunch of onions, and obviously the vegetable broth. You're gonna want to cook that up. There's my blaze. You're gonna want to cook that up, and once it gets to a boil, bring it down and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. I definitely forgot to tell you to add the taco seasoning. You definitely have to have the taco seasoning. You want to make sure you stir the mix frequently so that everything distributes accordingly and then all those good juices get up in there. I started off with 2 tablespoons, and you know I'm always about taste testing my recipes, so I'm just going to go ahead and add the whole rest of the bag. Once you've got a nice little boil going, you're going to go ahead and turn your oven down to a low medium, and then you're going to put the lid on and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. Alright, so I'm not going to lie. I stole this recipe, well, not stole, I borrowed this recipe from Modern Pinch. And I will say, I'm a little disappointed in it's kind of bland, it feels like. So I'm gonna add in some of my own spices. So I've got a half a tablespoon of garlic salt, a half a tablespoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of paprika, and half a teaspoon of cayenne. We're gonna add this to the meal so that it gives it just a little bit more flavor. And now that it's been simmering for about 20 minutes, we're gonna go ahead on and add in the black beans and the corn. And we're just gonna fluff those in, let them cook up a little bit, and then we will be ready to stuff the peppers. I'm hoping that cumin will give it a nice little oomph, and that cayenne and paprika will just set it off. So we're just gonna fold in and fluff it in. And now let's go build our peppers. You know what I love about stuffed peppers? They are super easy to make and definitely very delicious, and they're a great family staple. So I love the fact that, you know, you can just, they're so easy. Like, you just make the stuffing, you put it in the pepper, you throw it in the oven, and it's ready. Dinner is ready. It's super simple, and you guys know I'm all about simple. So I like to keep it as easy as possible when it comes to making these dishes, because a lot of times, especially living where we live in the DC metro area, a lot of times we just don't have the time. You know, between traffic getting to work, traffic getting from work, if you're picking up children, if you're doing activities. I don't have any children, but I've got children that I help take care of. I have a niece that you guys see all the time. I have family that I help support and take care of. And then I also, you know, have a very active social life. So it keeps me very busy a lot of times. So this is a great way. I love coming up with these super easy dinner on the fly recipes that will feed the family, but definitely keep them full. You know, keep them full throughout the evening and will provide great flavor. So I'm really excited to be sharing this recipe with you guys. And I hope that y'all enjoy it just as much as I've enjoyed making it for you. So let's move into putting the peppers in the pan and getting them stuffed and stick them in the oven. Right. So you're gonna stick these stuffed pepper, well, excuse me, they're not stuffed yet, but you're gonna stick these peppers in there. Get those babies all nice and good, loaded. And then you're gonna put it in the mix. So you're just gonna take a little bit at a time, place it in like so. It's all right if you make a little bit of a mess. No worries. So when you get done, you're gonna put the cheese on. Just layer that cheese on there real good. And with this particular recipe, you're gonna wanna cover your peppers with foil. So you're gonna cover them with foil, you're gonna stick them in the oven, and then in about 30 minutes, we're gonna take them out. Well, actually, we're not gonna take them out. We're gonna let them roast for another 10 minutes, and then your peppers will be ready. So let's do that. Okay, guys, so let's talk about some of the things about this recipe. First off, these peppers look absolutely amazing and they taste delicious. That stuffing plus my little impromptu additions of the garlic salt and the cayenne and the paprika and the cumin made it phenomenal. It is a great flavor. It's super delicious. And this, I wish I could, I don't want to lift it up because, oh, you know what? I have a pot holder. Here we go. These look so good. I mean, get into it, right? So good. And I am so very excited to eat them. One thing I will say is we actually have a whole other pan of them because the stuffing mix was we had so much extra and I had a few extra bell peppers, so I went ahead and added them in. Did the same thing, cooked them the same way, and it was perfect. So I definitely recommend for the recipe, you can actually make it to where it's, I had 3 bell peppers, so you could actually use 6 bell peppers and achieve majority of your stuffing and actually still have some stuffing left that I've just been nibbling on because it's so delicious. So we are getting ready to have dinner. I am excited. This did take, so I will say this recipe does take a little bit longer than 30 minutes. However, I would still consider it dinner on the fly because if you have everything prepared, it may take like an hour and a half. Great for like a weekend dinner or maybe a Friday dinner if you're having friends over and you want to have some wine, social distancing, of course. However, if you're looking to have a little fun vegetarian meal, this is definitely the way to go. I loved it. It was absolutely delicious. I hope you enjoyed it too. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Get in on that deliciousness. My goodness. It is so good. Have you ever seen something so beautiful? Get in on the deliciousness. Get in on it.
350 investigators from 5 countries began almost 6 years of work.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Talk to you soon. Thanks.